Welcome to another brand new exciting episode of Avotech Show. I'm your host, Biceps. Thank you so much for the views, for the comments, for the reviews on our previous episodes, man. Yo, thank you for the love. So, on today's episode, we have one of the latest and the most iconic gadgets for the iPhone. This is the iPhone 16 Pro Max, courtesy of Slick Gadgets. They have given me this device. Time for me to shine with it. Let me see, we review it. Have been with it for quite some time. So let's get into it on the design and the build and the quality, the performance, everything that comes with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. What it has better than the iPhone 15 Pro Max? What has improved? What is all that? So we get into it. This is the Avotech Show. So first, design and build quality of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Yo, it comes with a very sleek design, as you can see. Amazing, sleek all through. So on the first and the build, then you have the first look, the build, we have stereo speakers down here and microphone. We have the Type C USB-C charging port. We have this R button that they have added. As you can see, this button wasn't there. This is added, customized for the camera. So you click it and activate, and then you can use it to even do different settings, zoom. Where is it? There it goes. You see, you can zoom with it, all that. You can use it to have different settings, take a photo and all that. That's the button they added on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Then of course you have the on and the lock button and all that. We have the volume up, and then we have, they brought back this customizable button where you can, right now it's set to setting up your profile for the ring, silence and all that. So you can change it to whichever way you want. You can customize it. We'll show you how to do that. And then also, as you can see, the screen is big. This time it comes with a 6.9-inch screen. I think that's the biggest you have on iPhone Pros. It has, this color is what, beige, gold, champagne. Yo, iPhone colors, man. Yo, but this is a good, because actually when they released it, they mentioned that they have brought in more colors to the iPhone. Then let's start with the back. We have the triple camera with the flash and the sensor, of course. The Apple logo there. Nothing much has changed on the back compared to the previous models, the iPhone 15 Pro Max and all. So yeah, that's it for the look and the feel. It's not as heavy. It's not light yet. I think it's about 227 grams. So it's not as light. It's slightly heavier than the previous versions, and it's big. It's bigger. It has a bigger feel and look. Yeah. So that's all about the design and build. Let's go to the display of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The device boasts a 6.9-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display with a resolution of 2868 by 1320 pixels at 460 ppi density. It has features like a ProMotion technology. That's an Apple feature that with adaptive refresh rates of 120 Hz. It has HDR support, and it has True Tone, ensure vibrant and smooth visual. So the key thing about it on the display is you can scroll all through without having any issues because of the 120 Hz. And then the images with the 460 ppi density, the images are very clear. Everything on the phone is very clear. The apps, you see them in clarity. So its display is quite amazing. Even as you play videos and everything, it shows you. And then the big screen 6.9, it gives you the best quality, the best viewing in terms of compared to any other iPhone that has been there in the market. So yeah, that's quite a win on the iPhone Pro Max, iPhone 16 Pro Max in terms of display. When you go to the performance of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is equipped with an A18 Pro Chip. The iPhone 16 Pro Max delivers exceptional speed and efficiency with a 16-core neural engine and a 6-core GPU, providing 50%, around 50% boost in performance and about a 20% improvement in graphics over its predecessors. So in terms of performance, it's upgraded a notch higher compared to what iPhone 15 Pro Max or even 14 Pro Max could achieve. So it's quite high, and it has quite an amazing speed in terms of the performance. You can load it if you're a multitasker like I do. You can have all your applications, the cameras, you can do all the apps that you have which are heavy for editing photos, videos. If you're a gamer, same thing. So it has quite good. Compared to its other rivals, well, it still feels good, but there's a but. We should talk about it when we do the comparison between iPhone 16 Pro Max and the S25 Ultra Samsung and more phones that are coming up, and then we'll see. iPhone 16 Pro Max run on iOS 18.1, which is the latest version of the iOSs, and it's one of the main features that iPhone 16 Pro Max introduced is what they call Apple Intelligence. It's an AI feature whereby, in terms of taking photos, it brings in the AI aspect of it. They also added this new feature on it for the camera, as I mentioned, when you're doing the build and feel and look. So it has this button for accessing the camera directly. Whether the phone is locked or not, you can be able to access the camera. You can also be able to access the settings, change everything and all that with this button. So that's one of the best features that Apple and iPhone brought into the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So let's talk about the camera system for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So it has triple cameras at the back, and it has a selfie camera at the front with the sensors and all that. It includes a 48 megapixel fusion camera, and then it also has another 48 megapixels ultra wide lens, and with a 12 megapixels 5 times telephoto camera. So in terms of getting high clarity images, the 48 megapixels in iPhone is quite amazing. Captures great images. Then it has still records in 4K and at 120 frames per second, but that's all there is. They don't have 8K recording in terms of video yet, so I don't know why what they are doing, what they are waiting for, but it still has the cinematic feel. So when it comes to cameras, you can shoot, the maximum you can shoot is 4K, 8K, that's it. Its competitors, other phones, they can record up to 8K, but iPhone is still stuck at 4K. Don't know why, but still stuck at 4K. So you can only get either HD or 4K at either 24 frames per second or 30 frames per second, you choose. Then it has a great audio mixing that allows you to isolate foreground voices or mix audio layers to suit different versions or environments. So basically, if you're recording and you're having a conversation, you can choose, I want the foreground, the person I'm talking to, and cleans all the background noise. This is a video we have recorded, as you can hear. So now we come here, click on the sign, so come to audio mix. So on audio mix, you can have this is the standard play. Now we switch to the. You can hear the noise and everything. Then go to the in frame now. As you can see, you can hear the difference. Let's go to the telephoto. Go to the studio. The maximum. You hear the studio. That's the studio sound. Let me rewind back. So that's the studio sound. 16 Pro Max. You can hear. Then there the cinematic. So the cinematic is combination. It's a fusion of the studio and then the ambience and everything. The camera, as you can see, that's how. So no matter where you are, it will give you clean sound. From this. From this to this to this. Now I believe I can fly, so let me fly. Amazing, right? iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's talk about the battery life of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, iPhone 16 Pro Max prides, and it has one of the biggest batteries capacity in all iPhones. It comes with a 4,600 milliamperes battery. They say it can last up to 55 hours on, I think, moderate use. I don't think it's heavy use. We'll test that and see. So it's one of the biggest batteries we have on any iPhone series. Now, its charging capabilities with the chargers and everything, it maxes out at 30 watts. So other phones, they have, Samsung upgraded to 45 watts. Other phones have up to 80, even others have 100 watts charging capabilities, charging ProRes. So at 30 watts, well, still good. Still have to work with your power bank, iPhone people. But with the 4,600 milliamperes battery, I think you're good to go. can last, it can give you a couple of hours. It can help you in doing most of the things without having any issues. Probably it'll take you 3/4 a day, probably if you're a heavy user. Yeah. So yeah, that's the battery capacity, 4,100 milliamperes. Amazing. Good job, Apple. Now let's talk about the connectivity of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It has 5G connectivity. It has Wi-Fi 6E and it's Wi-Fi 7 ready. It has Bluetooth 5.4. Also, it has a USB-C. No, that's the standard nowadays. USB-C. All phones, iPhone from iPhone 15, they come with USB-C. It has what they call satellite connectivity for emergency SOSs, and it's among the new features that are included in the latest iPhone series. So that's all about the key features of it. And then again, it has in terms of SIM, it has this nano SIM. So you can have a nano SIM and you can have an eSIM. So an eSIM, you can, depending on where you are, you can use multiple eSIMs, but I think mostly supports 2 eSIMs at a time. I think so. From experience, I have used 2 eSIMs at a time. Not sure if it can support nano SIM and dual eSIM at the same time. So I think it's a nano SIM and the eSIM. Then you have to choose, you have to switch either when you're using the eSIMs. So that's all about the connectivity about it. Now let's talk about the key features. So let's talk about the key features of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with a chipset of 8 GB RAM. Storage options, they have 512 GB all the way to 1 terabyte. So in terms of storage, it doesn't have an extra SD slot or expandable. Nah. So you just have to have the inbuilt storage options that you have. So yeah, that's all about it. Then other things that are of course missing from most flagship is they don't have the 3.5mm jack. Nah. So in terms of you want to connect with earphones or AirPods, you just have to do that Bluetooth way. There's no other option. It also supports it as NFC, of course. So yeah. So now let's test the speakers and the sound quality of the iPhone Pro Max. Also, let's see how the visuals look like on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Welcome back to another amazing episode of Apple Tech Show. My name is Bite Steps. Thank you for watching our previous episode and for the reviews and your comments. Whoa, thank you. Yo, maze, msinipige sana. I'm just doing my best to comment, to review, and tell you which gadgets you should buy in this new age. Basically, what to do on Apple Tech Show, we just make sure. So the speakers are stereo. We give you the best. Dolby Atmos. We tell you about the phone. We go with it in the field. Test it in all areas. This is the video quality. You just don't take what they tell us as the word of it. We test it to works. Yes. Because the more you use it, the more it drains the battery. So in terms of listening to conversations, you can be able to hear high quality sound. Let's play some music and see. Let's see. Keep quiet. Let's play some music and see. So you can hear it's loud, quite loud. So it's amazing. So it's and even the quality of the images and all that. So it's quite good. The images are clear. So the display when playing games and everything, it will give you amazing graphics. With all these features on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the next question is how much it is. Now, the one I'm holding in my hand, the Desert Titanium in my hand, it's an 8 GB RAM, 256 GB storage. At Slick Gadgets, you can get it at 162,000 shillings. That is 162,000 shillings. They have it's pricey. It's pricey, 162K, it's pricey. But for the iPhone users, man, and anybody who loves good premium phones, it's a good rate. And you can get this gadget at slickgadgets.co.ke. log on to their website. You can order it. You can see the review. After this review, you can see it on Silk Gadgets. Then you can also call them or visit them at Yala Towers, ground floor G03, or call the numbers on the screen right now, or visit them on their social medias at silkgadgets.co.ke. They'll hook you up with this phone. So now, before we go to the verdict, let's go to the avometer for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Avometer, let's go. So on the design and build quality, avometer, eight out of 10. Okay, not bad. On the display quality, display rating, avometer, 9 out of 10. Well, I agree. 6.9 OLED XDR screen, amazing. On the performance, the A18 Pro Chip and everything, avometer, 9.5 out of 10. Damn, okay, nice, not bad. On the camera system for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, avometer, an 8 out of 10. Some improvements, but still not as much. And then on the battery life of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, avometer, and 9.5. Whoa, I think that's the highest we've ever had on any battery of the gadgets we have had so far. A 9.5 rating. Okay, not bad. And then the key features that it has, the camera button, control, and everything that is added, avometer, it's a 7 out of 10. Okay, not bad. They're new features, so let's see how they work and everything. So when it comes to the software and its features, avometer, 7 out of 10. Okay, nothing has changed much, so it's just the 18.1 iOS and the Apple Intelligence features and all that. How about the connectivity, avometer? Nine out of 10. Okay, yeah, it's feature proof with all the connectivity and everything. All right. The audio and speaker quality, avometer, an 8.5. Yeah, not much change from the previous predecessors, still top in terms of the speakers and all that. And then when we come now to the last one, pricing, avometer, where do you rate it? Oh, 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's quite pricey. Yeah, so overall assessment, avometer, 8.5 out of 10. Okay, so the iPhone 16 Pro Max receives an 8.5 out of 10 avometer rating. It's quite good. So the overall assessment of it basically would say is that it excels in performance, in display quality, battery life, and it makes it top choice for anyone seeking smartphone experience. It's large and it has a high price point. So if you don't like a big phone, it's not for you. Okay, if your budget doesn't range within it, it's still not for you. In terms of cameras, it has improved. It's a great improvement in terms of the camera. However, if you have iPhone 15 Pro Max, honestly, you don't have to upgrade, because most of the features the iPhone 16 Pro Max has are on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So maybe you can wait and see what iPhone 17 Pro Max will have and what it will improve. You can skip it if you have iPhone 15 Pro Max. All right. But if you want to have the latest iPhone, yeah, go for it. All right. I've been your host, Bite Steps, but before we go, we always have an avocado quote or fun fact of the day. Life is like an avocado, sometimes a little messy, but always worth it for the good stuff inside. All that matters is what's inside you. just like an avocado. It may be messy, it may be rough, it may be tough, but on the inside, it's soft, delicious. I hope this adds zest to your day. Have an avocado-delicious day. I'm your host, Bite Steps. This is the Avotech Show. Kindly leave us a comment, a review, and thank you so much for watching Avotech Show. This is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Thank you so much. See ya.